Today's a special Monday because we are joined in studio by a very special somebody. Social media has been talking all night about this special
for
person.
72 hours.
I call him Triple H, which stands for Highvie HAMUDUDU. I don't know. I think you were named for success.
Wow, that's an endorsement from Talu.
I think that's what this is.
First of all, I'm humbled by the overwhelming, kind words, compliments across the country, and I want to tell all those who are following now, through TV and social media, that I really appreciate.
Yes, sir.
And I hope I will not squander that goodwill, and I will do everything possible to do the right things, so that I don't disappoint you. One of the most interesting person who became immediately my fan was Logic Benson.
My guy, Logic.
Who is Logic? I don't know.
From Mpali.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so grateful.
What's his name in Impali?
Logic is his name in Mpali.
Yes.
Sorry.
And he went all the way and began to communicate with, with my children. Finally, I had to talk to him. Just say thank you. But to all social media fans, I'm very grateful.
Yeah.
Now let's take this democracy to the next level.
Yes.
Let the democracy mature. Let's stop name calling. Those things are things below
below the bar.
Below the bar. Let's stop that and let's do the right things.
So we have a fan. I'm pretty sure we have a caller on the line right now.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Oh.
All right, we'll get back to that.
Please
so
call us back.
The phone lines are open. The phone lines are open. The number to call is 0961-415-028. If you're feeling as ecstatic as I am to have such a wonderful guest in studio today, call that number. Talk to us. Communicate. Tell us what's happening in your constituency, in your district, in your province. We want to know everything. Now, we're talking about PNUP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? What was the inspiration?
Yes. All political parties now, apart from UNIP and MMD, are basically offshoots.
Yes.
Offshoots of this party and that party and that party, and therefore people came out of that party for one or the other reason. And for this political party, colleagues who believed that we can come together and I could lead, gave me the privilege. They had me in Parliament, and they said, are you retiring? You can't retire too early. And so they gave me the privilege to lead this political party. And we had the first bite now. I can tell you, Tula, that if we had the resources.
We have a caller right now.
We have to warn you when our callers start their non-stop.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning. Ooh. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, madam. Morning, too.
Morning. May you please mute your TV? Please mute your TV. Hello?
Yes, we are listening and we are watching. We are listening to your program. Currently, I'm calling from Manyama in Kalumbira province.
Okay. Please go ahead with your contribution.
Please switch off your TV or mute it.
Please mute your TV.
Yes. We are very excited here. Actually, this is amazing. And in Manyama, there is a lot of functions that are happening here. People are very happy, and they haven't slept. Everyone is excited. They are enjoying. If I had, it's only that I'm just calling with a small phone. There's a lot of actually happening here. Everyone is happy. Like what we don't know what we can express. Thank you, madam. That was my contribution.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is a gentleman from Manyana in Kalumbila, but he's basically just expressing how happy he is and how they are celebrating out there in Northwestern Province.
Wow.
Yeah, but please go ahead as you were saying.
Yes, the party was formed on the backdrop of lack of policy clarity in the political environment. And people have complained about lack of issue-based politics.
True.
Where politics is reduced to a fight, you know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And then there is the winner and so on. We don't blame anyone specifically. What we are saying that all of us politicians must just raise the bar. It's a responsibility of all of us to raise the bar. And in this political party, this young political party, we want to raise the bar on the issues of clarity on policies. I must say that countries are developed through the right policies.
Just hold that thought. Countries are developed through the right policies. Caller, good morning. Hello? All right, we lost that caller. This is what you have to expect.
Yes.
The excitement is heavy. But please go ahead.
So the right policies. So Zambia has had a crisis of policy. Right from independence. In 1964, we were a free market economy. For about 5 years, the first 10. Multi-party, free market economy, and we had unprecedented growth. Do you know that Zambia in 1964, in that period, had the second best living standards in Africa after Tunisia?
Wow, let's hear from another caller. Hello, good morning. Wow. Please turn off your TV.
Hello?
Please mute your TV.
Hello?
We can hear you. Could you please mute your TV?
Hello?
Hello, good
caller.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We are well. Please mute your TV. It's giving us feedback.
I'm actually outside. TV is inside the house.
It's loud.
Okay.
Timmy.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm calling you from Kanyama. My name is Manasseh.
From Kanyama in Osaka.
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead, Manasseh.
Good morning, Honorable Humududu.
Yeah, he's greeting you.
No, good morning to you.
All right. First thing, I want to let the Honorable there know that I have his personal number. So I'll be his checks and balances when it comes to political affairs.
Just repeat that again. What did you say?
Manasseh, what did you...
Mr. Manasseh, what did you say?
I'm saying I want to remind the Honorable there that I have his personal phone numbers.
Oh, okay. He says he has your personal phone number. Oh, there you go.
So I'll be calling him from time to time to check on him on political matters.
So he has your phone number.
But now my question is, maybe you can help us to learn a few things. What would be his advice to the party in government now, the UPND, with regards to political cadres? Because we've seen a rising trend, which is worsening from, whenever a new political party comes into power. There seems to be this increased unruly behavior. I think if I use the outgoing party as an example, for instance, you'd find that the police did not even have power over them. It's like they were above the law. We would experience those instances where a cadre would slap a uniformed police officer right in full view of camera and right in full view of the police themselves there to take the police. And nothing happens to that particular cadre. So you find that such things are things that bring about a bit of lack of confidence in our security service. If the political party is able to, not to keep their cadres in check. So what would be his advice to the UPND? That's my first question. Then the second one, we also noticed that whenever political parties lose the elections, such as these ones, we see a lot of defection. And once people defect to the party in power, they tend to straight away be given key positions in the party, leaving out the old members, and it becomes a breeding ground for, lack of continuity, and also just the harmony party is also lost. So what would be his advice when it comes to those two?
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manasseh.
Thank you so much.
Well,
A mouthful.
So
He actually has your number, so...
Yeah, coincidentally, I almost said the same thing. That's quite a mouthful.
Yeah.
Quite important questions.
Yeah.
The cadres. You know, cadreism in this country has a history. You know, these things, we must trace the root cause. That's when you treat. And that's what we do in our political party. Even the policies, we first address, understand the root cause, and prescribe a solution.
Before you even answer that question, hello, good morning, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Blackjack calling from Chinsali. How have you been?
Yeah.
Hi, Blackjack.
Blackjack from Chinsali, and we hear there's a daughter there.
Sorry, yeah, my daughter's behind me. She's all over me. Today I've just said I'm not going for work. Today I'm not going for work. Yeah, today, this is our day.
Okay. So please go ahead with your contribution.
I can see you've got Triple H on the panel. I like the smoke dance.
Yeah.
My man, Humududu. Hopefully, whenever you run, the next time you're gonna run,
Yeah.
you take in consideration to amp up your game by bringing in more people, bringing in more people to help you if you want to come into power. If you stand alone, I don't know, you politicians, don't allow yourselves to stand alone. The more you stand alone, you isolate yourself. Be with others, then you gain power. Not just one, just like one, like you. It's my guy. It will take time. But the next time that you're going to run, look at all the players that are there. Make a team. And you've been in power. In good time, you've been in power. That would have been in power last in 2011, 2016 would have been in power, but it took time. But now it's in. Hopefully you do the same. That's my take.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Blackjack. You too.
Thank you. Go to work, Blackjack.
Blackjack from Chinsali.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wonderful, Chinsali.
Yeah.
No, so let me finish with what...
Manasseh. Correct. Yeah.
No, please.
So the cadreism has a history, right, from UNIP. You remember vigilantes?
Yes.
And then it came into MMD, and it continues to be a menace. And we hope that the new government now can address that square by first of all looking at the root cause. Why did the cadreism come in? Some of that is business opportunities. During UNIP, to get a shop at a market, you are supposed to be a UNIP member. So this thing has been developing. So I think all political parties, we must sit together and see how we can deal with this issue. No one political party can deal with it because all political parties have cadres, including the next government. And therefore, we need a holistic approach across the IO so that we see how we can decaderize our country. First, to understand why it came. One of it is opportunities. People are hungry. So they just replace each other in the markets. And therefore, let's have an economy that works for all to reduce crime. Because this cadre market is crime. So for us, we propose in our political party and even to the government that is coming in, that let's have a broad-based economic agenda where everyone becomes part of the growth story. You know, remember MMD lost power when the economy was very healthy. What was lacking? We lacked a broad-based agenda. Inclusion.
Yes.
That is the word now in the development discourse. Inclusion. So you can have a nice look at South Africa. Those riots where police failed and didn't have to bring the army. Why? There is no inclusion. The high inequality is a dangerous thing in Africa. You know, Africa faces, even Zambia, which is similar to other countries here, basically three problems. High unemployment, high poverty, and high inequalities.
Very true.
All these must be addressed. And if we don't do that, cadreism continues. So this won't just stop by saying police stop them. Yes, the police must apply the law, but it will be a struggle. So it must be a multi-pronged approach. Address the root cause, which is basically business opportunities, where to eat from.
Hold that thought, Mr. Humududu. Do we have a caller? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Okay, that's Talu.
There's Talu,
Well, let's
there's
say I
Seya,
answer
and
this one.
Yoela, but good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. It's because of excitement, man.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Tembo. I'm calling from Petauke.
Awesome. Please go ahead.
Please, in the first place, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Humududu for scooping. I understand he's got a seat in Parliament now.
Yes. Nalolo.
Nalolo.
Thank you.
No, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Tembo.
This is the true democracy we've been looking for, sir. Mr. Humududu, I know you. I am one of the former civil servants, Mr. Humududu, who have been waiting for my text for 20 years now. Please help us to get our money. This regime which has just come out has been promising us since last year in June. They sent auditors to come and the auditors, we took our credentials to them. June, December, up to last week, they were saying before election we'll give you your money. Please help us to get the money. We are in trouble, I can assure you. Help us to get our money. The civil servants who went on separation, there were women who were sleeping at justice office. That money has never been paid to us. Please help us to get the money.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Tembo.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Tembo. Yeah, so I'm sure you are following
Yes.
the questions and comments, but you can go on.
Yeah, you see, let me actually start with now. I will still come back to Blackjack. Mr. Tembo, the pensions. You know, one of the assignments the new government must have is to restore pension viability. Now, pensions ordinarily you contribute. There should be no problem when you need your money to get it. Especially the government pension system. If there is a bad debt, it's the job of a sovereign government to fill the gap and make it viable. You know, government is sovereign.
Yes.
Meaning it's the last resort.
Yes.
And when things comes to that core, government should never fail. That's why it's called sovereign. You know, the sovereign state has no equal except itself. There is nothing impossible that a government cannot do, except maybe to make someone to bring someone back to life. Government basically should be able to rescue its citizens. So there is need to restore the pension viability. If there is a bad debt there, then government must fill the gap through the taxes. That's why government collects its taxes to deal with societal problems. So, and I feel for Mr. Tembo, and we hope that the new government will be equal to the task. And we help them to give ideas. As an opposition political party, in fact, I don't know why we are called opposition political party in Africa. We are simply a party.
Yes.
Do you hear opposition political parties in America?
No.
This thing must not think that because we are third world, even our nomenclature must be third world. We are simply a party. There's a party in office and there's a party in the alternative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or outside.
Yes.
So we are alternative political parties. One is on the seat. One is providing the other view. They don't agree.
Checks and balances.
In that, Mr. Tembo, we will help raise these issues to the government of the day. Mr. Blackjack said we must work with others. Yes, that is very important. But you know, if we all work together, then we go back to one party. That removes the checks and balances. I can tell you. Look at what President Sata did, or President Hichilema. He was providing checks and balances.
Divergent views.
Exactly. And I have heard some people saying, no, you are bitter. They call now they are calling some of us bitter. Those are small brains. What we need to do, we need to help them. That democracy, in fact, those people are complaining, they need that.
Yes, very true.
When they will not get it in their government, they will need to speak for them. For example, now, most of the top officials in UPN, they expect jobs. They will not get them. There's no space for that. Where we are going now, we require a very lean government. There's no money.
Yes.
And therefore, they need voices to make government work. So Mr. Tembo needs to speak on his behalf, because government cannot speak for itself. And therefore, the Zambian people must support so-called opposition political parties, alternative parties, to raise the issues which government might not be aware of. So we have a role to play. So I can tell you, Mr. Blackjack, yes, we need to come together, but we must not break the democracy.
True.
And I agree with him that perhaps there are too many, but it's a right, of course. You know, in advocacy, we say there must be many voices.
Yes.
I don't know, I have heard some people, like in the civil society,
Yes.
you need more voices. In the media, you need more voices. And also you need more voices in the political arena.
Indeed.
So that the competition is intensified. When you have more competition, the product improves. You know, it's a simple concept.
Yeah.
The moment you have a one party or two party, it becomes a ping pong.
Yeah.
But when they discover that, oh, if we don't work hard, that one might come in, that one might come in, that itself makes the government work. So alternative political parties, if they are very useful and objective, they help the government to perform. And that is the honest task we have. We have a role to play. And any progressive leader will appreciate a sensible opposition. And for us, we remain sensible. And we have been before, even the previous government. And then let me come to the issue of defections by Mr. Manasseh. I can assure him that, for me, I'm not defected. I can tell you I was offered many things. I was offered to be Minister of Finance in the previous. I said no because we didn't agree.
Oh.
So first of all, I respect principle, and I've told my colleagues that we must do things out of principle. I mean, look, not to be finance minister is one of the best. Finance minister is one of the best ministers. I was in Parliament. It has more trappings than even a vice president.
Oh.
Yes, the president is the head of political power. The Minister of Finance is the head of the Treasury. In fact, the actual deputy president is the finance minister. He holds the pace, which makes the country go round. And therefore, I can assure you that we will not do that because that would be a betrayal of the Zambian people. So I've already seen some people, you lose elections today, you jump away from this party. That's the lack of principle. Stay calm. If it's so difficult for you, why don't you remain quiet? People saying, like for me, but you know, you resign. I never resigned. For example, when I was, I didn't run for Wengo, and there were elections in 2016. I never resigned before the election. I left after. You understand? Where after? After a year or so. You get my point?
Yes.
When other opportunities came across. But you can't just jump because there's heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So even when you do move, there should be reasons. Of course, we cannot disclose here
Of course.
the reasons for divorce. Only a person who is not properly cultured can go in public and discuss the reasons for divorce.
Very
But
true.
even within the divorce, there must be reasonableness. Secondly, even when you divorce, there must be respect. So even these defections, there must be normality and order. So I mean, I will not appreciate people crisscrossing.
Yeah.
Because they make politics cheap.
Yeah, Mr. Humududu, we're running short of time, but just to wind up with you, the elections are done, and we know you've got a seat in Parliament, Nalolo, but the president-elect and his party are now, the work starts. But for PNUP, what next until 2026?
What next? We thank God we have a seat. You know, it was going to be disastrous if we didn't have a seat. And I had told my colleagues that if we don't produce a parliamentarian, we have to close shop.
Wow.
Why? The Zambian people are saying, perhaps you are not needed. Yeah, maybe you can play another role somewhere. There are good guys and women that have not become presidents. Maybe that was not their calling. I'm not saying I'm going to be president. I mean, that's God, is the God who knows. But playing a role that I know will play a role. What we want to do as a party of National Unity and Progress, we will do what Zambians expect of an opposition political party, to provide objective oversight on the government that is researched and without spite, without bitterness. So we want to show Zambian people what a true opposition can do. But having an MP has given us credibility.
Wow.
Because
Yes.
now we have a legitimate voice in the People's Assembly. If we didn't have, then we're going to just be a noisemaker. So for now, we have an MP who stand up and speak our positions in the assembly, and reflecting what we say, out there. So that has given us the credibility and the legitimacy, and we thank God for that. Otherwise, I could have come here to say, okay, that's the end. Like, I respect General Mianda. When you cannot make sense, you go and offer yourselves, nothing happens. Do other things. So for now, we have that lease of life, and we hope to do the best we can to provide oversight. I can tell you, for example, now I can tell you just a few things that we expect the new government, the president-elect, to compose a smaller cabinet. Why?
Very important.
There is no money. Public sector reforms must begin because they are inevitable. Government is spending 50% of its budget on personal emoluments. It's unsustainable. It's way above the threshold, which is supposed to be 30%. We want clarity on policies. Farmers are saying open the borders for exports of maize. We believe in a free market economy as a genius of growth. We want to hear some of those things that are clear. Like, for example, we have been talking about trappings of the bureaucrats. That now we can downscale the government fleet of vehicles. That we don't expect ministers to drive GXs. In a country that has so much poverty. Should be like a Botswana. Yes. And
very prudent.
Why we are
very prudent with.
Why I'm happy there is that even the president-elect had said it. We have said it also in the previous discussions. So we want to see, those things happening. A smaller cabinet. We don't need a big government here. We don't need an expensive bureaucracy. Money is needed for service delivery and for motivating the frontline workers. The teachers, the nurses, the doctors, the social workers. That's where the money must go. And also widen the loan system for all Zambian children to attain higher education.
Right.
By the way, we don't believe in free education. We believe in access to education for all.
Okay.
Through the different pathways.
Right.
That is what we are bringing on the table.
Right. President Highvie HAMUDUDU, thank you so much for coming. But before we release you, I just thought maybe we should go through some of the comments on Facebook, so that you feel, and you've actually come and given us good points. So Gaddafi Mulenga says, congratulations, Mr. President HAMUDUDU, well done. First attempt your party has a representation in Parliament. Congratulations to Honorable Amunyima for scooping Nalolo seat. Lisa Mtonga says, for sure he is a special man born to lead. Eddie Tulibanda says, congratulations, President HAMUDUDU. Your performance in the just ended election was extremely great. Lizzie Jula, the consistency of this man, the way he started the race for the first time, and every time we heard his name being mentioned on TV, he kept on impressing us. Mr. HAMUDUDU, sir, you have great potential. There are quite a lot. I'm sure you can go through them in your own time, but maybe I'll just end with the last one, which is just saying from Mugwagwa Kawulu, says, you are extraordinary, Mr. President HAMUDUDU.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yoela, Tula, and I'm very grateful for this friendly discourse this morning.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So that was President Highvie HAMUDUDU and Chalu. Yes, Chalu has coined him as Triple H. All of you know Mr. HAMUDUDU from the last 72 hours. Some of you didn't know him until the last 72 hours. But I think on social media, every time his name got mentioned, people shifted their focus from the two-horse race to waiting for his... so there were two stars in the results. Commissioner Mutiti and Highvie HAMUDUDU. He's an extraordinary president. Looking forward to seeing him here.